This video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite blitzes in college football 25. This is out of 3-2-6 playbook, and we're going to be using the 3-2-6 odd formation. This is very similar to the dollar formation in Madden 24 or 25, and this is a really, really good defense because it's a symmetrical formation. It's really good for switch sticking. It's probably the best coverage defense in the game. And what's really cool about this specific defense is there's a lot of really good ways to shoot the run out of this. Now, if you want to get my entire 3-2-6 defensive ebook, it's in our school community. You can get access to that by becoming a school member today for just $10. That link is going to be in the description down below, and it gets you access to all of our ebooks for Madden and for college football 25. Now, what's really important as far as this defense goes is you want to make sure that your auto flip defensive play call is off so that you can control which side the linebacker is going to be blitzing pre-snap when you come out in your play. I'm going to show you two setups for this blitz. The first one is going to be fairly simple. The second one is going to be a little bit more complex, but I think you're going to find that it's a little bit more bang for your buck. Defensive motion response is going to be disabled. Option defense read key is a conservative. Pitch key aggressive. And then what I like to do is put my hooks on 5 within this defense. Now, as I said, we're going to be coming out in the 3-2-6 odd, and the play we're going to be coming out in pretty much every single time for this defense is we are going to be coming out in this Tampa 2, and then all we're just going to do is we're going to flip it at the play call menu, as you see right here. That puts the linebacker blitzing on the right side of the screen. Now, the setup for this is very simple. All you're going to do is you are just going to move this linebacker over just like this, and then you can either stand here, or if you want a little bit better run D, you can actually shoot the run really well if you stand out here. What you're going to see with this is you're going to get a loop concept that's going to come through the A-gap. As you see right there, instant pressure on the quarterback. And we also have a pretty good shell to be able to adjust out of. We have a cover 2 shell here. What is important to note about this formation is within this package that we have currently equipped, our safeties are going to go into outside thirds. I'll show you a package that you can use to change that. This is a college football thing. And but anyway, as you can see, that's pretty much how you set this up. There's really no setup to it. You just move this guy over here. Now, if you wanted to, you could contain. You could crash. And I'm going to go over that in a minute. But all in all, I like to just come out, send it, see if we get pressure. You'll get a lot of really quick wins in your head-to-head games. Okay, so how do we change the package? So the way we change the package, we're going to come in here and we are going to put slot cornerback package on. This is going to sub some players in and out, so just make sure that your players are where you want them to be on the screen. And I'm going to show you a cool trick. This setup, I'm going to come out in the Tampa 2 stock, and when I come out, I'm going to immediately flip the play. You're going to see here that when I immediately flip the play, it's going to back off these outside corners and put them in a better position to play a variety of different routes. Do you have to do that? You don't have to do that, but it is something I like to do. I'm also going to show you one other alignment trick that I think is kind of cool. And again, we're just going to move him basically behind this other linebacker. And what you're going to see also from our safeties is we're going to get the proper adjustments. Now, the one thing I need to say here is with this defense, this is a really simple defense, but there are things you can do to make this blitz better. So one of the things we can do is you can show blitz. I just want to show you what that would look like. So you see here, if I'm going to show blitz look, it'll bring my safeties in the box. I still am going to move this guy, but now my user's in basically perfect position, and then I can run the defense like this as well. Now, the other thing that I think, so it's kind of two different methods that you can use within one, but I really like flipping the play, moving this guy over. This is going to just ensure that regardless of the formation that you face, you're always going to be lined up correctly, and it's going to just ensure that your defense is bend but don't break, safe, consistent for you. So that's what I like to do. I like to come out and flip it every single time I move this guy over, and then I'll show you something we can do to make the blitz a little bit better. The way we can make the blitz a little bit better is we're going to slant our defensive line to the right, which is going to slant this nose tackle to the right. We're going to then QB contain to kind of try to prevent the mobile quarterbacks. What I like to do is re-blitz the defensive end that is on the left side because most quarterbacks are right-handed, and they're going to roll to the right side. And this extra, by re-blitzing that defensive end, he's just going to fight for you in case your blitz doesn't come in. And you'll see here that this is pretty much guaranteed pressure on that right side. Another thing that you can do, it doesn't hurt in my opinion, is to spread your defensive line. I think the spread D line is also a little bit better. It just kind of isolates that guard a little bit more for you. So my setup that I like to run is flip, move this guy over, spread D line, slant right, QB contain. And this is going to give you like the best possible blitz threat from this. And then you're going to be able to adjust your coverage in behind this. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you real quick is the show blitz look. So if I'm running the show blitz look, I'm probably going to actually just come out without, I don't want to have to flip and then show blitz. I'm just going to show blitz. Now, the one weakness of this is the corners. When you show blitz, I guarantee you, if you don't back those corners off, you're going to give up touchdowns in this game. So I am manually hot routing them, if you will, to back off every single time. Now, this is just the blitz. There's a ton of shells that you can run out of this that are really, really, really good, including some of our crossman shells, things of that nature. But the show blitz is cool because it does get the safeties into the box. If you like getting the safeties down into the box, that's something you can do. But the big tip here is if you do not back those guys off, you're going to give up touchdowns in this game. I'm just telling you, you need to back off these outside corners. I even would like to have them kind of back in that other variation I was showing you before. But in general, these are some different ways that you can run this defense that I think makes it really, really cool. If you want a real simple setup, basically just move this guy over here and let's just see if we can get some pressure, right? That's the easiest way to set this up. But if you want the most optimized setup, I personally really like flipping the play so that I can make sure that my alignment is really good. And then this allows me to, stand here, or you can stand outside to be a little bit better against the run. But this to me is the most consistent four-man blitz in this game with the best coverage behind it and the best capabilities of switch sticking and adjusting to whatever your opponent is doing. If you want my entire defensive ebook on 326 odd, I will put a link to our school community down in the description below. For just $10, it gets you access to all of our offensive and defensive ebooks for both Madden and for College Football 25. That link is going to be in the description below.